What an evening! What an evening. Let's give our honorees one more round of applause. You know, I say all the time, a university, you might recognize it by the buildings or the location or the place, but what makes a university so special is the people. And we just heard some great stories about some of the foundational people that are at the base of what we're doing today. And I think I'm glad some of our student athletes are here to hear it, others in the university community, because I don't think also we take enough time to celebrate things. And so tonight is really just one of those amazing nights where we get to hear some stories about the start of things, some amazing players, coaches, see where they are, and to celebrate that, them, and our current programs. And so it is my honor now to give our closing award, and that is the Bruce Family Legacy Award. So the Bruce family's impact on IU South Bend's athletic department has been profound. Thanks to the tireless dedication of Dale and Marilyn Bruce and their son, Steve Bruce, head coach of our women's basketball team and former athletic director. The Bruce family's legacy is built on compassion, humility, and decades of support for student athletes, with nearly 20 years of continuous service to Indiana University South Bend. Their influence is honored tonight through the establishment of the Bruce Family Legacy Award. Though Dale is no longer with us, Marilyn Bruce continues this legacy of giving, providing vital support to IU South Bend's athletic programs. Together, the Bruce family has made an indelible mark, reinforcing the importance of excellence on and off the court. Their generosity and commitment ensure that so many of our former and current student athletes not only thrive athletically, but also excel academically, preparing them for success in life beyond sports. The Bruces exemplify what it means to serve others and uplift the entire community through their ongoing contributions. So please join me in welcoming Steve Bruce to the stage to accept this award.
Okay. I'm usually, well, first of all, honored to be just connected with this group at all. What a wonderful group of inductees and so well deserving. I'd like to give a shout out to my girls back there. They're all here today. I didn't know they were coming, and they all showed up after scrimmage today, and it means a lot to me, for sure. I'm usually the one giving out the awards, so this is kind of new to me to be up here accepting, but I'll try to do a good job. I grew up in a family, grew up in a home of everywhere I turned was love and kindness and caring and humility and generosity and truth. And my mom and dad were the perfect role models for my sisters and myself. A little bit about my dad. My dad passed on in 2010. My dad was in his high school Hall of Fame at Amherst High School near Cleveland. He was in his college football Hall of Fame at Ohio Wesleyan University. He was drafted by the Green Bay Packers in 1952. He was a small college All-American football player. He had a 2-year stint coaching basketball at Chagrin Falls High School, which is something he wished he never gotten out of, but he did. He spent most of his career then as the Director of Public Affairs for General Services Administration in the Washington, D.C. area. I can remember watching him on TV, CNN's interviewing him, asking him hard questions about things that he has to have politically correct answers about, and I was always amazed at how he could just always say the right thing, you know. And actually at this time, there's the annual Dale Bruce Scholar Athlete Banquet at Ohio Wesleyan University. My mom, probably the real hero in our family. My sister Julie was born with Down syndrome. And for those of you that know anything about Down syndrome, kids, oftentimes they have congenital heart problems. My sister Julie had a hole in every chamber of her heart and wasn't supposed to live very long. For the first 3 years of her life, my mom, every 8 hours, had to give her serotonin through a syringe, 2, 3, 4 cc's, I'm not sure if I remember. That's every 8 hours for 3 years. That's not for the week. And then take the weekends off. That's every 8 hours for 3 years. So my mom and dad were heroes to a lot of people, myself and my sister included. And I always feel like if I could be just 10% of what they were, I'd be doing pretty good. And I'm not quite there yet, but I'm working at it. Of all the things that they influenced me strongestly, I would say, strongestly, I'm not sure that's a word, but you understand what I mean. Probably this, to try to make a positive difference in the lives of the people that you cross paths with. And they didn't preach about it. There was no auditory talking and do this and you should do this and we recommend you do this. Their preaching was their walking around, which is the strongest form of leadership. And my parents retired down to South Carolina, and I'd go down and see them twice a year, every Christmas certainly, then probably in the summertime. And I can remember going down there one Christmas, 2010, my mom says, "Hey, on the table over there, there's a card. I think you should look at it. You might like to see it." I opened the card. It says, "Dear Dale, thank you for helping me become the person that I am." And it was signed by a guy named Ken Lauderer, who was a senior on the second year that my dad coached basketball at Chagrin Falls High School in 1955, 1956. So I'm not very good in math, but I figured that out, that's 54 years from the time that I was there and saw the card to the time that he was a senior in high school. And I thought, wow, that's pretty good. That's what coaching's all about. That's what touching lives is all about. Now, on my Christmas vacations, my mother, I remember these things, she would always put a bottle of wine, a card, a $20 bill in the card, and tape it to the front door for the UPS driver. And then while I was there, she'd say, "Hey, I got these Cheryl's cookies from QVC," because she loved QVC, okay? "Take these down to the fire station for me and, let the guys down there have that." And then she'd get Christmas cookies and she'd get candy and she'd send me to mailboxes, etc. Because there were two ladies there that owned the mailboxes, etc. that she went to a lot. And she's 91 years old now at assisted living in Lafayette, Colorado. And there's a guy down the hall named Ron, and Ron's wife lives there as well, but his wife has got dementia. So she's on another floor, memory care. And every day, my mom wheels herself down in front of Ron's door and puts a Reese's peanut butter cup on the floor for him to take up to his wife when he visits with her. And my mom and dad just did that so well. And my sister Lori, she teaches French at Colorado University. We're just trying to take the baton and run with it and try to carry it on. And we had a kid last year that graduated named Maddie Gard. Maddie left as all-time leading scorer here at IU South Bend with 1,957 points. And I talked to her in the spring and I said, "Listen, I need you to make me a promise. 20 years from now, you're going to be grown up. I may or may not be here at that time. If I'm not around, I need you to do me a favor. I need you to look up at the sky and give me a wink. And that wink means that these were the 5 best years of your life, 2019 to 2024. And if I see that wink, I'll know I did my job." Now, my mom crafted this. I'll read it, and then that'll be it for me. "The Bruce family has been very proud and happy to contribute to the IU South Bend athletic program over the years, allowing students through scholarships the opportunity to attend school, participate and compete in sports, creating for them a lifetime of memories through this experience, engagement, and competition. Both of our children, Lori and Steve, participated in college athletics themselves, providing them with a lifetime of memories, friendships, thereby showcasing the importance and impact that these scholarship opportunities provide to young athletes. As a team, that's my family, we are honored to be recognized as the first recipients of this award, with the hope that many others will follow in our footsteps for the future of the IU South Bend athletic generations to come. So from my mom and my dad and my sister and myself, many, many thanks. Thank you.